evening, everyone. It's April 1st, 2020, April Fool's Day. And it's 41 degrees here in Lehi, Utah, Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius. And it's supposed to go up to about 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 17 degrees Celsius. This is for you, Michelle. It's hazy today, not one of my favorite days. Not any pretty clouds. The sky's a little bit on the non-blue side. But that doesn't happen very often around here, so I'm hoping it's better later on, or maybe tomorrow even. It's a new month, new goals. Easter's coming up this weekend for you that celebrate the holiday. Lots of things going on, both stitchy and non-stitchy. I thought I would give you just a little, it's interesting. I happened to look up, since it is April Fool's Day, I happened to look it up, the history of it on my phone. And shows you, I never paid any attention about why April Fool's Day even exists. So thought maybe you might find this sort of interesting. It says, although the day, called All Fool's Day, has been celebrated for several centuries, by different cultures, its exact origins still remain a mystery. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582. And that's when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar because the Council of Trent required them to do that in 1563. And there were people who were slow, it says, to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st. And they continued to celebrate it through the last week of March, through April 1st. And that's why it became the butt of jokes and hoaxes. So, I thought that was sort of interesting. And then it went on to tell about different jokes that they talked about. One of them was putting paper fish on the backs of people and saying that they were young, easily hooked fish and a gullible person. So anyway, that's kind of a history in a nutshell on April Fool's Day. But as we know, it's a new month for us, so as stitchers. So I am going to move on to that. Before I forget, my name's Colette, and I'm the Highway Stitcher. I'm here to give you my stitching, either from the highway or at home. And right now, I'm back home again from the River House. So the stitching will be from my house here in Lehi, Utah. I have some finishes. I have one finish to show you, and of course my whips for this week. And some haul, because I was able to go to 2 LNSs on my travels, and of course my daily gratitude at the end, and a little bit of life updates. So let's move on. My finish object, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what this is. It's my river piece, Welcome to the River. This is the actual pattern. And since I have this up on the screen, if anybody would be interested in stitching this, be the first one to comment on my comments below and say river, say you would like this. I'm just going to pass the stash. And so anybody who's fast enough to do that, feel free to comment below, and I'll send this off to you. I'll have my email in my drop-down box, so you can email me, or I'll email you and let you know. So it's a fun pattern, and so I figured I might as well pass the stash on it. So anyway, here she is. I put her on the board here. This is on a 28 count mystery linen, and it's one of those more see-through linens, kind of thin. So it's going to look better if I put it on this board. I don't normally like to put them on boards. It's harder for me to show. But in this case, I think she'll look her prettiest finished this way. Anyway, this is on a 28 count mystery linen with the called for DMC floss. This was my 2018, one of my 2018 Stitch Mania starts. So my word that I always use goes very much true for this. This one has languished for many years. So I decided that I would put it into the challenge, the yearly challenge that was started on the Daily 30 group, the Zombie Run. In my past video, I'll refer to it in the drop-down box. I explain more of what Zombie Run is if you want to know what it is. You can refer to that video on my drop-down box. Anyway, this was an original zombie, this was an original Zombie Run piece. And it is now the second one out of my 4 that has been finished, which the first one was Amazing Grace, and which was also a Stitch Mania 2018 start. So I consider myself on a roll. Zombie Run has really, really helped me concentrate on working down my whips, my amount of whips. Now, whether or not that'll mean I have any less whips, that I will not say, because I love to start things, so it probably will continue to be just as high. But the fact that I'm finishing, especially old Stitch Mania pieces, is just really exciting. Oh, of course, this was stitched because I have a house, another place, a vacation home on the river, Washougal River in Washougal, Washington, which those of you who follow my floss tube do already know about that. And some have asked me in the comments below what I plan to do with this piece. It's always was known. This one was an easy one. It will be framed, and I have a special spot for it up at the river house. So anyway, I'm excited about that, my FO, and I want to try to finish it as soon as possible. Okay, now we're going to move on to my whips, and this isn't in any particular order. Let's see. This is my, I need to put this one in cardstock. It's getting pretty ratty, torn up. This is my full coverage piece, one of the many I have, but the one I have been trying to concentrate on and get my 60 stitches in a day. I'm still behind, but I'm making progress on it. So it's part of the 21,000 stitches in 2021 for Full Coverage Fanatics, which you can also find out more about in my drop-down box below. It's probably not a good idea to start it now because you're 3 months behind, but anyway, if you want to know about it, you can check there. This is called a Lacemaker. I am a Lacemaker, as you can see up there, and since this is a cross-stitch channel mainly, I'm not always good about showing you my other hobbies. But if I have a quiet week as far as stitching accomplishments, I will move on to some of my other crafts. Be that as it may, as you can see, she is working on her lace, on what is called a lace pillow, and sitting there in front of that cute little cottage. So I thought this is a perfect piece for me. Arlene, it'd be a perfect piece for you. Of course, I know you probably do not want to do any full coverage, but anyway, it would be a perfect piece for you too. So, I have done now, I'm not caught up on this, but this week I did fill in some more. I did a couple boxes of white when I wanted to hurry up and get a lot of stuff done fast. And I also started up some of my color, amazingly. Up on that right part, there's a little bit of light blue with some cream in it, but I started real color right there. Hallelujah. And that's going to be part of, if you look at the picture, that's the actual start of some trees. Looks almost like they must be fall, maybe fall leaves or something, possibly. So that is what is that? What is that? That is what? Okay. We'll start that one over again. This is what it looks like now. So I got about 400 plus stitches in it. So I did keep up on my weekly goal for it. It's being stitched on 25 count Lugana 1/1 full cross. So, and with the called for DMC. Okay, my next piece is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler. Another wrecked out piece of paper, but you can get the general idea. And this piece, most of you know, it was a freebie from Long Dog Samplers at one time, and is still on her site. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm stitching this, and I don't usually take it out of the Q-snaps because I get so little done each time I work on it, because it is so teeny tiny, and even being teeny tiny, it's going to be huge still. This is being stitched 1/1 on 25 count white Lugana. And I'm stitching it with silks, Mrs. Sedus silks from Spain. I'll feature her in the drop-down box below. Any of you who don't know her, she dyes beautiful, beautiful silks in hanks, and they're very reasonably priced. This is the Darling colorway, and I love it. It's like blues and greens, which are some of my favorite colors. And what I did do is, if you see that little point right there, I worked my way down, finished some more of this, and all of this. I'm going to say 400 plus stitches. The reason why my stitch count is not well versed last week, is because I somehow or another on my organizer book, my calendar book, whatever, that I put my stitching counts on, I wrote them down on the wrong week because I thought I was 1 week ahead. So then everything got all jumbled together, and I was trying to read the stitches that I did, so that will be not a very good one to, show my counts for the week. But I do know I did 400 plus on it. So this was a whip go piece for the month of March, and I did achieve my goal. Okay, Pandemic. Oh, it's 1/1 full cross. Okay, next one is Temperature Typography. Pattern on Etsy by Stitchy Mommy. This is fun. This has been a fun pattern, and this month, not this month, this last week, I since I'm a little past a week of updating, I did 2 letters. I did the C and the H to finish up the month of March. We had one high day there, that kind of lightish green, yellow green, is 70. Well, like 70, I think 73 or something. And so it was one of our warmer days. I still use, I had a question on my comments. I do continue doing my temperature typography for Utah, even when I'm at the River House. It's possible next year I might turn around and just do it for the River House. It's easy enough to go. I go to time and date for my history, for my past temperature highs, and that's how I get my weather when I'm up at the River House. So I hope that answers your your questions. I had a couple questions on that. So this is Lehigh, Utah weather. All the highs and lows and all the craziness of the colors, which is pretty typical. Anyway, there was the one high of the 70, the light yellow-green. It bounced back and forth, though the rest of it was mostly mid-40s to mid-50s. So colors are pretty. This is a 32 count Peanut. It's Be-Stitched Me fabric. They have a real nice, I think they have really nice fabrics. And it's being stitched 2/2. And the flosses, of course, you can either pick your own, use the ones that she has on the graft, or do a combination. In my case, I'm kind of doing a combination of colors because of the way Utah's weather is, that I can have more difference in colors. So anyway, that was Temp Typo. That's my little, when I put down my notes, I call it Temp Typo, so I know what I'm doing, so which one I'm doing next, and then I don't have to write out the whole thing. So Sarah, your pattern is now called Temp Typo. Okay, my next pattern that I worked on was the Linen and Threads Mystery Cell. This is this month's April block, which just came out. No, I do not have it done. Yes, I want to get it done, but I'm not even done with all of the long parts yet. But that's all right. I'm going to keep working on it. I love it, and I know as I eat away at it, stitch away at it, not eat away at it, it will continue to evolve, and I will have it done in time. So I am doing this on 32 count white. I wanted the picture. You choose your own floss colors to make it look like the Spanish style tiles in Spain and Mexico and Latin countries. So I wanted certain colors. I have a certain pot that has succulents in it that has these colors. So that was my color choice. So here she is. I'm all right with this. I finished these long, I don't know if you call them borders or what you call them, really took me a long time. Maybe because I do other stitching in my life besides just linen and threads. Some people had all three done, and I saw one person on the Linen and Threads Facebook site who had already finished the next block as well as all three of the long parts. I go, okay, that's fine, but this is all I've got done. Anyway, it's been coming along, and I will continue to work on it. It's being stitched on 32 count white and my called for floss colors. And if you're interested in knowing what those are for any reason, I can just comment below, and I can, email you, message you, or whatever else, and let you know. Such a pretty piece. So, of course, my plan on that is I will definitely get that one block done. That I know is easy enough. And then I'm going to go back and work alternatingly on those two borders, or two long strips, the middle one and the other one. Again, I don't think I'm going to get them done by the end of April because of other commitments, but, I'll move them down some, and as well as finish the block. It's a fun piece to stitch. I really enjoy stitching that, as the colors just come to life and just are really fun. Okay, my next piece I have here, this was my substitute for my first Zombie Run piece finish, and it's Sheep May Safely Graze. I substituted this when I finished Amazing Grace. This is a Homespun Elegance pattern. It's a Stitch Mania 2018 start for me also, years ago, and has languished. And it is not a big piece, and so it needs to be done. And it's so pretty. I just love this one. The saying "Sheep May Safely Graze" is an actual classical music. It's actually classical music. And now that I'm talking to you on here, and I didn't even look it up, I don't remember if it's Bach or Brahms, but I know it's not Beethoven. So when you talk about the three classical masters, it's probably Bach, but I'm not positive on that. I can look it up and put it down in the comments below, drop the box below. But anyway, it's a classical piece that I really love, and that I love sheep too. So both of those things, put it into my Stitch Mania in 2018. I'm stitching this on 28 count, along with my hair falling out all over it, but anyway, hopefully that won't show. I'm stitching this on 28 count Vintage Country Mocha, my go-to fabric, which I love. There's a little bit of see-through back there. You can see a little bit of my lace board, but it's not too bad, so I'm going to just keep it here and not put it on a separate board. I'm stitching it 2/2, and it's the called for Overdyed floss. And what I did this month is started working on the grass and the little sheep. Colors are just so pretty on this piece. So pretty. So that sheep may safely graze. Okay, what do I have next here? Oh, the last couple weeks I've been working on a piece for me to concentrate on my thoughts for the Easter season. My religious view is Christianity, and so it helps me to concentrate on Jesus Christ. I started this piece, Lost No More. It's a Dimensions Gold Kit last year with my friend Brenda, who is Handwork Maniac on FlossTube. And we both started this last year. She is way ahead of me, of course, now, because she has been working on it every day. I am working on it. I do have some more done on it, so I will show you now. It's kit fabric and kit floss, and it's on, oh my goodness, is it 18 count? Brenda, help. Oh, 18 count Mania. Brenda, help me talk too. It's 18 count Ada with a called for flosses. Show you a picture of it farther back here. And my work on it this last week, I got in, let's see if I can find it on here. That's one of those ones that probably ended up getting lost somewhere when the stupid planner got all messed up with my weeks. But last week I showed you I finished quite a bit right here. This week I didn't get quite as much done. I was busy trying to finish up some other, other pieces that, as I was showing you quite a few. But I did start. This was empty here by his. Okay, words. His cape. Anyway, I'm working on. This is the start of his arm and the this part. So anyway, that's what I got accomplished this week. And if you look at the picture, you can see that I'm almost to the part where the white starts on his sleeve. So I pretty much finished the brown there to start up on the white. I'm going to continue working on this for a while longer. It's been relaxing to me and helps me stay focused this Easter season. So that's Lost No More. And while I just finished showing that, those who celebrate have a blessed Easter season to you. And those who don't, have a wonderful spring. I'm hoping spring is springing for you guys. It certainly is starting to be that way here in Utah. So I'm hoping that you are having some more nice weather and better weather. So, okay, I'm going to move on now to haul. I do have some haul. I mentioned at the beginning of my video that I went to 2 LNSs. The one is, I consider kind of one of my LNSs since we have a second vacation house in Washougal. It's right on the border of Oregon, and in Portland. So Acorns and Threads is kind of my other LNS. So I did stop off there. I had got some, I had placed an order for some Needlework Expo patterns that I liked. And 4 out of the 5 came in. Excuse me for leaning over, showing you half my face. I kind of spread my love with the Needlework Expo because I did find several that I liked. And so I did order some from them. The 5th one did not come in, unfortunately, so it will have to be shipped to me. I was hoping I would avoid shipping cost. But that's never the case, is it? 4 out of the 5 came in. And the 5th one that didn't come in was from back east. And the ones that did come in was, a couple of them were from England. So go figure, who knows, why the post office does what it does. Anyway, one of the ones that I got was Cross Stitch Fun by Kesslins. I fell in love with this Quaker one when I first saw it. It is huge, but I just love it with all the little creatures in it and all the little different Quaker shapes. Trees, cats, chickens, looks like fan stars. Another person who fell in love with it is Shelley, Key X Stitch. And so I think we're going to do a sale on this. We'll let you know more about when we're going to start it, but we both just love this piece. So that was one of my Expo buys. I also got this one. I just love heartstring samplery and fell in love with this piece. I'm not sure exactly what my colorway is going to be on it. It might possibly be this black. It'll be on Ada though if it's black. Or I might go totally out there on it. But love the saying on this. This cross stitch is my grounding force. And I love the little needle the angel's holding and her house and the little border. So pretty. Beth does such pretty stuff. So I couldn't pass that one up. I'm a rain lover. Blue Flower, Janine McGowan, is up from the Northwest too. And I guess she must like rain too, or knows that you kind of have to accept the fact that you like rain in the Northwest. I'm not going to speak for her, but one way or the other. But I love rain. And I don't get enough of it in Utah, and I didn't get enough of it in California, so I had to get else up in Washington so I could get some more of it. Anyway, this one says, how sweet the music of the rain. And that's kind of how I feel too. I just feel like rain is just music in and of itself. As a kid, I used to do exactly like that. I'd be out in the rain with my yellow, with my hat and my yellow raincoat and my rubbers, and just loved it. So that just fell in love with that pattern. So got that one. And then the last one I got is because of my husband Chris. And when I pulled these out of my bag, and he goes, "Oh, can I see him?" And I'm showing him to him, and then he got, "Oh no, am I not supposed to see this? Are you going to surprise me with this?" And I said, "No." I said, "I just wanted to stitch it for you, but I wanted to ask whether the colors were right and fine." And he was impressed. He says, "Tiny Modernist did a good job in having the colors correct on these chickens and their breeds." So anyway, this is, of course, a Tiny Modernist pattern, and it's called Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. All those chickens are their own kind of beautiful. So, love that pattern, too. The last pattern was one of the Kathy Barrick's, I believe it was the Fractor one, or maybe that was Liz Matthew. Well, anyway, it's coming from back east, and that was the one that was taking the longest to get there, and wasn't to Acorns and Thread yet. So, I also picked up some fabric. They had some Lakeside Linen sand dune. You see Lakeside Linen anywhere, you pick it up. At least I do. It's so hard to find anymore, or get anymore, or you're waiting months. I've always liked sand dune, and I do have an idea for what I want to do with this. So, and I don't mind stitching on 32 count. I'm fine with all kinds of counts, so it's not too, it's fine. And I love the color. So I got that. I also saw this Weeks Sanguine. I think it's Sanguine. It's kind of a, got a little peachy tone to it. This is a half yard, and but also some like brown to it too. I really liked this, and I don't have a color like this in my stash, so I picked that up. This month they have a coupon. I mean a coupon book that Acorns and Threads does, and this month was money off of your fabric. So that's the reason why I was picking up fabrics. I also picked up this Zweigart base Belfast linen in Amsterdam blue. That's a real pretty blue color. So that was that. I also got, these other things I can't show. They're for a gift. So they get put aside. I picked up a couple needle minders and a few needles. Yeah. The needle minders, I'm going to preface what I'm saying here before I show the one. I am not a nutty Elvis fan. I'm just kind of like, I enjoy Elvis. So I saw this one. This is a new needlework designer called KDS, Kirkland Design Studio. New to me, so they're probably not new maybe to some other people, but they were new to me. Anyway, she had a board with needle minders on it, and there was this one with Elvis on it. A little less conversation, a little more stitching. So I go, yep, that's mine. So, there goes Elvis on one of my pieces. And then here was another one I thought very appropriate. I don't want to stitch. I want to wait. No, I just want to stitch and watch floss tube. Better not say I don't want to stitch and watch floss tube. Hopefully we are stitching and watching floss tube, not just watching floss tube. I think we'll get more projects done that way. And then, last but not least, I was able to grab one of the bags, new bags. Keeping You in Stitches for 25 years, Acorns and Threads. This is their kind of a tote bag for their 25-year anniversary. It's one of those earth-friendly bags made out of like a paper, washable paper. So, that was my Acorns and Threads haul. It's a great shop. If you ever get the chance to go there, I would definitely say visit Janine. They are in a construction mode right now, just to let you know. They are expanding their shop, so things are pushed over to the side. But boy, when it's done, it's going to be just amazingly bigger and even more beautiful. But you can still find the things you need when you go in there, and it's all still there, just pushed over a little bit. I also visited a new LNS. It's in Idaho. It's in Emmett, Idaho. I think it's like northwest of Boise. I met up with Melanie Smith of Yarns and Threads Floss Tube. Those of you who know her, I had mentioned to her that since this new place had been open, I had wanted to see it. So she took me up there, graciously drove me up there. It probably took us about an hour, a little around there to get up there. It's called Maggie's on Main, and I will put it in the drop box below. She has been open only since August, I think she said. She has quilting supplies. She has cross stitch. She's also a painter, does oil painting, and she has yarn. And so she dabbles in a lot, but she has nice items for all the things she has. Very nice fabric, nice yarn. And she tries to keep up on the likes of stitchers and what they want to have. So I'll show you what I picked up there. And let's see. I don't know when this one came out. Oh, 2020. But it must have fallen under the radar for me. And I've got fabrics that'll work good with this, so I wouldn't have to do any fill-in stitches or whatever. This is one of Teresa Koget's 2020 patterns or releases. But when I was at Maggie at Maine's, and I was just glancing through all the racks, I realized that this is a goat. Looks kind of like a boar goat to me. I know all kinds of goats because in breeds. Just as farm girl, because I used to raise dairy goats in my other life. Anyway, there's a goat on there, and I couldn't pass that up. So I'm going to get around to stitching that sometime. So that was one of my purchases. Another is, I found out when I was at the River House that there's going to be a sale. It's Steel City Stitchers on Floss Tube and Stitching Jenny. She's a new floss tuber. She just had her second floss tube out. I'm going to shout her out. She's so sweet and so cute. I love her. Anyway, they decided to do a sale, and I'm going to join them in it. Of course, you probably understand why. Yeah, because it's a hedgehog. Do I like hedgehogs? Do I think hedgehogs are important? Yes, to a lace maker. The hedgehog is the lace maker's mascot. So I could not pass up a piece with a hedgehog in And also, this is just an easily doable piece. It's 57 by 57 stitches, so all I have to do is get it kitted up. And they're planning on starting on April 4th, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to get that kitted and started. So that was the other thing I picked up there. And I also picked up some fabric. She carries R&R, Color and Cotton, a little bit of Mystic, some Picture This Plus, I think. Though Melanie might correct me on these, but I picked up Color and Cotton mostly because even though I do have some of Angela's fabric, when I saw it there, I thought, oh, well, I can pick up some more here. I got this 40 count Salt Rock. It's really a cool color. Those of you who know Angela's colors are really cool. But it doesn't show up good here, but it's like, I consider it like the light rocks in the river. Grayish, whitish. So a good neutral color, especially for something where you want to pull out that gray, white over undertones. So I got that. I also got this. It's called River Rock. And this is a 32 count Lugana. I like this red rock. I had never gotten this one before. I was trying to decide between the red rock and linen and the red rock and Lugana, and I actually preferred a little bit the subtle modeling in this one a little more. So that probably shows it pretty good. So let's see how the other side looks. So, anyway, that is River Rock by Color and Cotton. And then this last one, I liked the color on this. This reminded me a little of, there's kind of a lighter green. This is more medium green, but there's a green similar to this called Lily, Water Lily. Anyway, this is like a one of those more light forest greens. This is a 32 count Lugana, and it's called Artichoke. So I was fabric shopping at Maggie on Main's. So anyway, I would suggest if you have, if you're taking a trip through, it's off the beaten path, but the town is cute. Emmett is a cute small town. It's downtown. I would suggest going to Maggie's on Main. I'm putting a plug for because, you know, I hope she continues in business, especially for the Idaho people, so they have a local LNS. So, wait, an LNS. A local LNS. Anyway, okay, that's my haul, and now I'm going to move on to my plans. I'll try to wrap this up. For the next few days, I'll continue on Lost No More every day for a few stitches. I'm also going to start, and my goodness gracious, where did it go? Here it is. I'm going to do my next flip it for Lizzie Kate. I'm on a roll. Everyone has gotten finished January, February, March, so we're on to April. And these usually take me anywhere from 3 days to 6 days, depending on how many stitches I can get into them. So I'm going to hustle and try to get it done in like 3 days. So, and then that'll be another FO. So I'm going to be working on that the next few days heavily. And then if I can get it done, then I'll start concentrating on the Sal, which is the Hedgehog House Sal, and get that one worked on and stitched up. So that's basically what my goal is for these coming 7 days, is to see if I can push out a couple finishes on these little pieces. So we'll see how I do, if I have enough time to stitch. Let me see, I think there was something else. Oh, if I do get those done, which I'm kind of maybe pushing myself, but if I happen to get both of them done, I will move on to Talavera and work on that block. So focus, who knows, we'll see. This, I said I was going to mention later on, I think, that my substitute zombie run piece, So when I just finished Welcome to the River. So this will be my next piece put in to make it 4 Zombie Run pieces again. I started working on this, I believe, last year for Stitch Mania, though I'd have to check my records on that. This is a cute little sampler by Brenda Gervais with eye needle and thread. Harriet Elizabeth Coe. I started her on a piece of 28 count Picture This Plus that I had, Fog. I've had a lot of these Picture This Plus, what do you call them, club, because I did their club for like a number of years. And this Fog I really like. And if you look at it here, it just looks like just kind of a neutral fabric, but I've had a lot of friends, stitching friends, mention to me that they thought it was a really good neutral color and picked up the colors for samplers well. This is what I got done. I'm guessing I must have used this for other prompts, or maybe it was 2 Stitch Manias ago, because I don't think I'd have this much done on it. Probably other prompts. So anyway, I will get to working on this for my substitution for Zombie Run, and hope that I can get a finish done on that sometime in this year. Life updates. My goodness, I'm already farther than I wanted to be, and I have a couple other things to do. Just real fast, we came home from the river. Our trip was fine. Came home to crocuses, finally blooming here in Utah. I have crocuses, as well as my daffies. My daffodils are almost blooming, so I'm pretty excited about that. I love spring. So, just one other life update. This is not funny, but my sister and I did have a good laugh, and you'll understand why when you hear this story, this short story. I talk to her every week. Right the day after I talked to her last week, her mother-in-law ended up in the hospital with sepsis. She is doing a little better now, but like my sister said, why are all these things getting dumped on me right now? Just having her husband die in a car accident. She's had other problems, and then now her mother-in-law ends up at the hospital. She does seem to be on the mend slowly, but Allison's not positive sure if she will end up getting out of the facility, the care facility. We'll have to see how much progress that she makes. But anyway, again, if you can keep my sister in your prayers, she needs them all the time. Love her, and so keep her in your thoughts and prayers, whatever you do. I mean, whatever way you are. So I just appreciate it so much. Anyway, she mentioned she was sitting in the parking lot waiting for an appointment to go in. She had, at the hospital that her mother-in-law's at, she had to have a certain time frame that she went and visited Jeanette. And so anyway, she was looking at her phone, just trying to keep busy until she was there early in the parking lot. And she saw a, what do you call it, study done by a psychologist. And my sister's a psychologist, so of course this is even funnier. The study was done by psychologists, and it says people who have a lot of traumatic events have more depression. We just busted up laughing on the phone. She's going, well, duh. We are going to have a little bit more depression that we're trying to work through when we have a lot of things happen all at once. So we had a good laugh on that one. Anyway, that's what's going on in some of my life updates. So anyway, before I move on to my daily gratitude, I totally forgot. Oh, and I was going to do this at the beginning. So I am very sorry to all of you. And I'm going to try to put a little, I may cut this and put it in the beginning of my video, or I may just say, go to the end of the video. But I thought I'd waited long enough to pull the winners for my 50th Floss Tubeversary. So that is what I'm doing now, stupidly at the end of my video. Maybe that's all right. I don't know. People will pay attention more, but then they don't know to pay attention. So anyway, I'm rambling on too much. Okay, so I have put in first one of the giveaways for my 50th was this, a new constellation. And I told people to put Liberty in their comments. There were 66 comments, so we will see who got this one. Sharebearstitches, that's the winner. Sharebearstitches. Her comment was 123 is my favorite store. Liberty is my favorite chart. Thank you for the giveaway. So Sharebearstitches. If you happen to see this and go through the whole floss tube, email me. I'll have my email below. If not, I will try to find you myself and tell you you're a winner. So again, I'll mention it next week too, because I apologize for doing this at the end of my video. Okay, the next one is, I'm typing it in, simply was the word. And there were 73 comments. And this is one of the Erica Michaels All About Berries Club Kit. Live Simply. It has the floss, the fabric, the finishing instructions for this cute little berry. So I had 73 comments on this, so we'll see who got that one. Renee Riley. Renee Riley, you won the Simply All About Berries Quaker Club Kit. And her comment was, it's such a great life when one can live simply, have liberty in your life. 1, 2, 3, be well. So Renee, you were the winner. Congratulations. Okay, I'll put that right here. Now the last one, and the one where everybody pretty much wants is, I'm local to 123 Stitch. I love 123 Stitch. And so I decided to give away for my anniversary, a gift certificate for 123. So I had, let's see, 129 comments. I told them to just put 123 in their comment. So let's see what the random comment picker picks for this one. Kathy Harris. Kathy Harris, you won my $25 gift certificate from 123, if you see this. Her comment was, happy anniversary, Colette. 123 Stitch is a great company. They usually have everything I need. The Simply Strawberry pattern is so pretty too, and I love Quaker Designs. Looking forward to spring. I think the violinist will look gorgeous even without the flowers. I like it better that way. I've been working on the Garden Prelude, and I had mentioned on my floss tube that I wasn't going to add all that stuff in the back, so she mentioned she thought it looks pretty too. So Kathy, congratulations on that. So congratulations, Kathy, Sharebearstitches, and Renee Riley for winning my giveaways. Contact me, please, if you see this. If not, I'll try to contact you, and I'll mention it next week. My daily gratitude quote is this one by Katharine Graham. To love what you do and feel that it matters, how could anything be more fun? So true. In this case, they're probably showing somebody who likes to garden, or maybe fruit trees, because that's an apple tree. Glare on there. But to love what we do as stitchers and feel that it matters out there in society, what could be more fun than that? We as stitchers can make a difference in society, and we do matter. And the things we think about do matter, and it's so much fun too. So that's my quote for now. I just going to try to end this, and sorry for the length of it. Everything seems to go faster, or I just ramble on too much probably. Christine and I make a good couple on Stitch All the Things. So we ramble and ramble. Anyway, just remember to see the beauty out there when you're stitching, when you're at home, when you're on the highway. It's out there. Look for it. You'll see it. Feel the love. Have a happy holiday if you celebrate the holidays. If not, have a wonderful spring. Love you all, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.